Hello, good afternoon. God bless you. My name is John Perez Fofavi, and I am the president of the John Perez Theological University. The John Perez Theological University is a practical training ministry center where we focus mostly on the fivefold offices. So when you enroll in John Perez Theological University, you are going to be trained in your specific office where you have been called and placed by the Lord. And this time around, we are offering our annual 3 months intensive training. Every year we come up with an intensive training where we gather people together at a particular place to train them very, very intensively, that what they are supposed to get in 2 years, they are able to get it in 3 months. And that is extra intensive training. And this year, 2018, is coming up again on the 3rd of March. On the 3rd of March to the 26th of May, this intensive training is coming up again. And I want to specially invite each and every one of you to join me with other lecturers as we be a blessing unto you. And when you look at our advert on the Facebook, you look at our posters in town, you see our flyers and announcements here and there, you will see that we are doing this 3 months intensive training, and the trainings are going to be specifically a Bachelor of Art degree program. The harvest is plenty, and we cannot waste time in campuses anymore. We can condense the training into a very short intensive time where you can be able to benefit maximally. Bachelor of Art degree in Apostolic Ministry, Bachelor of Art degree in Prophetic Ministry, Bachelor of Art degree in Evangelistic Ministry, in Pastoral Ministry, in Healing Ministry, in Deliverance Ministry, in Church Planting, in Church Growth, in Outreach and Crusade Ministry, in Strategic Missions, and all the rest of them, Biblical Leadership, Biblical Counseling, and all of them, as you see on our advert, on our posters. That's exactly how it's going to be. And I'm inviting you specially to join us, and I believe that your life will never ever be the same again. This day I have come to start a series of teachings with you from one of our courses. One of the courses that we offer in John Perez Theological University is Power to Fulfill Your Divine Mandate. The power to fulfill your divine mandate. Every man or woman has a mandate from above. Every man or woman has a mandate from above. There is nobody on this earth without a mandate. There is no man, there is no woman on this earth without a mandate. I have a mandate. You have a mandate. We all have a mandate. And when it comes to ministry, each and every individual called by God was given a particular mandate, was given a particular assignment, was given a particular vision, something that he or she need to pursue, something he or she need to fulfill. That thing need to be fulfilled, and it's very, very important. But the question is this: there are a lot of people who started in the ministry, but they are not able, or they were not able to fulfill their divine mandate. So the question is this: how do I fulfill my divine mandate? The mandate which God has given unto me, the assignment which God has given unto me. How am I able to fulfill this particular mandate so that all glory will be given unto the Lord? I've worked with the Lord for 29 years in just some few months from now, I'll be 30 years in my walk with the Lord. And I'm telling you, I've learned a lot of things. The Lord has spoken a lot of things to me. The Lord has taught me a lot of things. And through me, by the grace of God, as a vessel, I have been able to help a lot of ministers of the gospel. And I feel I need to come on your way to also be a blessing unto you through the internet. And those of you who the Lord is speaking to your heart, that you should join the John Perez Theological University, please do not hesitate at all. Don't waste time at all. Come, join us, and I promise you, your life, your ministry will never be the same again. There are a few things I want to say as an introduction to this subject that I'm starting with you. I'll be coming on your way every time, every week. I'll be coming on your way. I'll be explaining some of those things, but I promise you, when you come to the John Perez Theological University, this 3-month intensive training we are starting on the 3rd of March to the 26th of May, and the grand graduation and ordination and impartation will be taking place on the first week of June this year, 2018. When you come, you are going to have a copy of this book. There's no place you can get a copy of this book. No bookshop is selling this book. We do not supply bookshops our books. You have to be a student. You have to come and be part of the training in order that you may have access to this particular information to change your life and to change your ministry. As part of the introduction to this subject, I want to say that, number one, God's mandate for every man, God's mandate for every woman, God's mandate for me, God's mandate for you, God's mandate for us, it is always a clear mandate. It is always a clear mandate. Listen to me. The Bible says that God is not the author of confusion. God is not the author of confusion. And because God is not the author of confusion, He gave a purpose. He gave a reason for everything that He created. He told the sun what the sun should do, and when the sun should operate, and how the sun should operate. When He told the moon when the moon should operate, and how the moon should operate. Yes, anytime, how they are supposed to operate, where they are supposed to operate, when they are supposed to operate. God gave it to each and every one of them. Each plant that has been planted by God, each and every one of the plant has their reasons, including the fishes in the sea, the fishes in the water. Each and every one of them, they have their reasons, including the stars in our skies. Each of them, they have their purpose. They have their reason. They have their mandate. They have what God has created them to be. Now, if that can be said of immaterial things, how much more we human beings? And how much more we, the pastors, we, the leaders, we, the ministers of this good news? So you must realize that the mandate of God, God's mandate, is a clear mandate. You cannot be pursuing one mandate today, tomorrow you change to another mandate, another day you change to another mandate. And this is where the problem is. That you discover that so many people are into ministry, but they are not fulfilled. So many of people are into ministry, but they are confused, they are discouraged, so many people are even giving up on ministry. Why are they doing this? Simply because we have not been able to wait upon the Lord to be able to receive the mandate, the purpose, the vision, the mission, the reason why they've been called into ministry. Now, until you know the purpose of a thing, I bet you abuse is inevitable. And that is why you see so many things happening in our system today. So many people selling water, selling oil, selling handkerchiefs, selling this, selling that, selling so. Boy, but I tell you, that's not what God called us to do. Many people today have turned themselves to become prosperity preachers. prosperity this, prosperity that. Look, I'm not against prosperity. I'm not against prosperity teachings and prosperity preachers, but there are people who every day, every Sunday, every week, every month, every year, and they are not teaching the people what God has called them to do. But I tell you the truth, the reason why you see people today they behave like Archbishop Duncan Williams. Tomorrow they behave like Reverend Eastwood Anabal. They want to dress like Reverend Eastwood Anabal. They want to shout like Reverend Eastwood Anabal. They want to preach. They want to throw their legs and their feet and their hands like Reverend Eastwood Anabal. Some of them they want to do like Bishop Chasna Chinasare. Some of them want to do like Pastor Mesa Otobel. Some of them want to. You see, they become copycats. Why? Because they have not been able to wait upon the Lord enough to receive the mandate, the purpose, the reason, the vision, the mission which God has called them into the ministry. And I tell you the truth that if you are going to fulfill your divine mandate, if you are going to receive the power to be able to fulfill your divine mandate, then you must understand the mission, the purpose, the vision, the mandate which God has given unto you. Listen to me. So I said, number one, that God's mandate for us as ministers of the gospel, God's mandate for us is a clear mandate, a very clear mandate. There is no confusion, there is no missing of it at all. It's a clear mandate. These are some of the things we will be teaching you when you join the John Perez Theological University. When you join the John Perez Theological University, we are going to spend much of the time to explain some of those things to you. And I promise you, if you are able to join us and you spend 3 months in the intensive training, or maybe you do the correspondence wherever you are in all the regions of Ghana and even beyond the borders of Ghana, I promise you, your lives will not be the same. Your ministry will not remain the same, because you are going to encounter revelation that will transform the entirety of your being and the entirety of your ministry. Let me give you number two thing as part of introduction to this subject of the power to fulfilling your divine mandate. That's what I started with you today, and I will keep coming on your way. I'll keep speaking to you from the pages of this course book, and your lives will not be the same again. So number two, God's mandate is a convincing mandate. God's mandate for your life, God's mandate for your ministry is a convincing mandate. Listen to me. If the mandate is clear enough, it will be convincing to you. If the mandate is clear enough, I repeat, it will be what? Convincing to you. There is no way you will receive clarity of your mandate from God for ministry and you will be confused. No. You will be convinced instead of being confused. Number three, God's mandate is a compelling mandate. Is a what? A compelling mandate. If it is true that God has called you, if it is true that you have been called into the ministry, if it is true that God has mandated you to do a particular thing, the mandate will not only be clear, the mandate will not only be convincing, but there will be a force that comes with the mandate compelling you to take an action. So when this mandate comes, and is from God, there will be the Holy Spirit will be pushing you to do something. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to take a step of faith. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to start something. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to act in a way. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to win souls. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to pray the more. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to fast. The Holy Spirit will be pushing you to live a holy life. The Holy Spirit will empower you to live a life of God. So number one, God's mandate for your life is a clear mandate. Number two, God's mandate for your life is what? Is a convincing mandate. Number 3, God's mandate for your life is what? Is a compelling mandate. Let me stop here because of time. Let me add one more and I stop here. But I'm still inviting you to join us in the upcoming 3 months intensive training, Bachelor of Arts degree training in the fivefold offices. The apostolic ministry, the prophetic ministry, the evangelistic ministry, the pastoral ministry, the healing ministry, the deliverance ministry, leadership, counseling, church growth, church planting, outreach, crusade, and the rest of them. Join us from the 3rd of March. From the 3rd of March, this very March that is coming, next month, March 2018, you join us, your life will not be the same. Your ministry will not be the same. I promise you, there's no way you will come and you will regret. This has been several years. I've been training a lot of people with other of my team, and testimonies are bound everywhere. So I said, number 1, if a person is called by God and is being mandated by God to do something, number 1, the mandate will be clear. Number 2, the mandate to be convincing. Number 3, the mandate to be compelling. And finally, as I draw the curtain, the mandate will be challenging. That is where the problem comes now. Many people at times they think that once God has called you or commissioned you, anoint you, everything is going to go easy and easy and easy. It's not like that. There will be challenges that you are going to face. The challenges that you face in attempt to fulfilling your divine mandate, it is an evidence that the mandate is from God. If the mandate is not from God, it will be so easy. The devil is the one that gave you the mandate, so you make everything for you. And at the end of the day, you find yourself in hell. But my brothers and my sisters, I'm happy that you have the opportunity to listen to me this very afternoon. My name is John Perez Fafavi. I am the president of the John Perez Theological University. And we come every year with 3 months intensive training in Bachelor of Arts degree for our brothers and sisters. The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. The course that's supposed to take you 2 years, we have condensed it into 3 months intensive. When you join us, I believe you are going to learn a lot of things. A lot of lecturers are there. People have trained myself over the past 29 years. From 1989 September up to now, people that have trained myself personally, people that have laid my hands upon, people that have been impacted heavily with the grace and the power of God. They join me together, we train you, we impart you, we send you out there to fulfill your divine mandate. This is just the part 1 of the series. I'll come back with the part 2 of this series titled Power to Fulfilling Your Divine Mandate. Power to fulfill your divine mandate. For those of you who want to join us in this 3 months intensive training starting from the 3rd of March to the 26th of May, you can call us on 0244 201833. 0244 201833. Call us for further information. We will guide you, we will help you to be able to register and to be part of the training, and your lives and your ministries will never remain the same again. Don't forget, I told you 4 things today as part of the introduction to this subject of power to fulfill your divine mandate. I said, number 1, the mandate of God for your life is always a clear mandate. No confusion. No confusion at all. Number 2, the mandate of God for your life is what? Is a convincing mandate. Number 2, the mandate of God for your life and for your ministry is a compelling mandate. And number 4, the mandate of God for your life and for your ministry is a challenging mandate. Till I come on your way again, or till I hear from you again, the peace of God, the grace of God, the love of God, the power of God abide in you now and forever. Bye. Bye.